Ramble Road, episode. What are we?
Yes,
16.
Yes, I. So, hello, welcome back. As usual, I'm your host, the great and mighty Finn. With me is the Jacob
Hi. Thank
and
you for that
Joe,
amazing introduction.
Hello.
and also Joe.
Good eye.
Yeah, this is going to get very confusing very quickly.
We're gonna have to keep calling him Bean. I'm sorry, Bean, but we're just gonna have to call you Bean because
We could make
otherwise
it
It's too
worse.
late
We
to
could
call
call
it.
him like random French words. Like with us today is Joe and Clemenceau.
Clouseau.
Should we? Do you remember why we even call him Bean?
No.
I walk out of physics. Oh god, such a bloody bean, and it stuck.
Unfortunately.
It's one of the only names that have managed to actually stick.
Yeah, none other one like I think it was just like it's the most simple name that we ever came up with, so it just stuck.
And it also helps that we've got two Joes, so you can differentiate the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe, it could be worse. I could start calling you Minnie, the other French word I know.
What about Pooh Bear?
Mad.
Oh yeah, Pooh Bear. No, Minnie we translate as twink.
Or
But that's you.
or mad, which is the French word for shit. So
Douche, the French word for shower. So with us
And
today
then-
is Joe and douche.
So does this mean I can officially label the podcast as an educational podcast?
Yeah.
yeah.
We are now learning French.
We have there's a half French, half Italian guy from London who was in my accommodation, and he always used to say "putain," and I have no idea what it means, but he always said it when he's frustrated, so I'm assuming it's.
That must be one hell of an accent.
Oh yeah, it's. He went to a.
Stab.
Those
What do
terrible
they say
accents,
in
you
London?
both deserve to
What?
be cancelled. We need to
No.
get you cancelled.
I'm allowed to.
Yeah, we
I
haven't
have a-
addressed it. Joe's home. Joe's back.
Oh yeah, Joe's back.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
I am back in the town of.
Townsville.
Yes, I.
Yes, I.
Yes, yeah.
For those of you who don't understand, this is an in-joke, and you will never understand it because me and Bean will never explain it to anyone.
MC Monty.
Except for
Yeah,
them.
because nothing between you two ever makes sense ever. You just say words.
I don't know what you're on
None of
about.
it makes sense.
Don't know what
That's
you're about.
Me and good old Joe Bean have developed a new language, but the British Navy should hire us to code stuff because no one else will understand it.
Yeah, but neither will the person you're sending it to.
No, they just have me and Joe on every ship.
Well, neither do me and you half the time.
I mean, yeah, you make a valid point there, but it's the most
Oh god.
powerful code because not even the people that write it know what they're saying.
Precisely. It's rather genius, if I do say so.
It's like when Finley sends a message and you got to sort of decode what it says because he can't spell anything.
You used to be like that. Way
Yeah,
back
because
when.
Like that.
I used to, yeah, because I type too quickly and I don't read over stuff. I just send it.
Half the time
Yeah.
I do it deliberately now.
Sometimes that happens to me because I turned autocorrect off.
And you have really thick fingers. You've got
Yeah.
sausage hands.
I am aware, Jacob.
Got a pack of Cumberlands attached to your
pain in
wrist.
my arse. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake, Joe.
Probably my
It's
chair.
not my fault.
Either that or it's Bean.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's been-
I'll have enough of that. I'll do funny, Mike.
Oh, do it.
You're here funny, Mike. I would like to inform all listeners that this may be unpleasant and to cover your ears. Yes, I.
Oh,
You're very
no, one of my
powerful.
one of my favourite moments with Joe with a microphone is when we were having a band practice and he set up his mic and it just ended up creating an entire feedback loop.
Oh,
and it was
God, it was
echoing.
so loud. I said one word, I went hello, and it echoed, and then just
It wasn't just feedback in like higher pitches. It had bass frequencies in there as well. It just picked up everything.
Oh, you know what they say about my bassy voice? That's what it was.
I think there's one other thing that we're forgetting, which is the Grommet Incident.
Oh, the classic. When I had
jump scared.
I've no idea how you made that noise.
It was from megaphone, I think.
No, he just screamed it.
I just screamed.
Was it in art? I know we used to do it in art.
For people that don't understand,
I was at home, and I was by myself, and someone made a joke about like crack and cheese grommet, and I tried to do the voice. My voice broke, so I just ended up screaming the rest of it, and then just clipped like that one bit.
Didn't you find it a while ago, Jacob?
Yeah, I've got it saved because I used to use it in like everything.
People have got that shit on time.
We used it as like the Live Aid clip.
Yeah. And he goes like, and then I added the grommet bit in, and then the crowd would go, yay!
And the issue is, I can't reach that note anymore because my voice doesn't go that high.
I still think one of the best ones is we were sat downstairs in maths because there was 2 floors to the maths building, and we were just silently doing our work, and all we hear is just this oof really loud. And we asked Joe afterwards, like, oh, did you hear that? I think someone played it on the speaker. And Joe just went, no, that was me just shouting.
I forget what it was. Someone did something, and I just did it. And it was really loud. It was really loud. And when all you lot said, did you hear it? And it's like, oh. It was me.
It was so loud. It was like... and it was so like well done. Like we legit thought it was from the original video.
It was before my voice just went. Lol. I probably used to be the most high pitched one in the group. Jesus Christ.
Well, no, if you listen back to like really old clips and you hear like Elliot and Paulvin, they are, especially Paulvin, he is so high pitched in the old clips.
Yeah, in fairness.
Back in like year 9.
I'm just going to make a sort of disclaimer here. In case any of you are here for a well-structured podcast, we're very sorry, but the notes for this week are sweet little Bingus wave check, maybe just some shit we like. By the way, I made the best thing ever in GTA, a bright yellow hearse with a clown horn called the Magic School Boss.
We literally came to this like 5 minutes before, literally like we've got nothing.
Oh, well, right. Production value.
Yeah. So, welcome to the Chaos episode.
Yeah.
Today we embrace chaos.
Rather fitting.
Oh, speaking of chaos, it might finally be over.
Don't jinx it. No, we're not allowed to talk about it because we might ruin it.
It's not going to instantly just make things better.
No, I know that, but like by like this time next year, hopefully things will be a bit better. Because the vaccine's starting to be rolled out.
Oh yeah, and then people just had allergic reactions to it.
Yeah, but isn't this only like a small number of the people that actually got it?
Yeah, it's
called like, the week.
It was like 2 people, and it's apparently like a 1 in 775,000 chance, or 750,000 chance.
I like the odds.
The thing is, though, is those 2 people are going to get over publicized, and it's just going to create mass panic, and then no one's going to have it, and then we're going to be in a worse situation.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a problem with media.
Would you expect anything less from the British public?
They don't focus on like how many people it works on. It's the 2 people who had the reaction.
Yeah. It could always be worse. We could be in America.
Fair enough. Good point.
Yes, America does seem to be having a bit of a shit show.
On your way to go pay millions for the vaccine, you might get shot.
Yeah.
I read that.
Sorry to our one American listener.
Yeah, Texas.
We just slag off America each week.
Yeah, I got you, G. I got you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like... America's like suffering now, but back in the day, like 1980s Britain, like nothing failed because it was bad. It failed because it was in 1980s Britain, which has this aura of like grease and like dirt and just rotting like
Smoke.
everything. Like
And a certain other thing known as
deindustrialised
Margaret
city.
Thatcher.
Yeah,
Opinions on Margaret Thatcher.
good old Maggie Thatcher, who's like to every city, like, oh, businesses are failing, we need help. She hits them with the, well, just don't fail, retards.
Bring back the mines.
You know, like directly responsible for what happened on Piper Alpha because of the deferred maintenance and lack of like health and safety laws out there, which leads to an oil rig going like having a critical existence failure. The same time you have stuff like Aberfam happen where they're like, oh, coal mines collapsed on a school. Here's £50 for your dead kid. Just carry on.
Now that's a good price.
That's at least a quarter of an Xbox, I believe. Like if you change it for inflation.
Or back then, a single one for your Super Nintendo.
But the thing is I'm kind of glad we don't have to work in mines. Like, imagine us down the mines. Finley, you wouldn't be able to fit into it because you're too tall.
I couldn't get a job in the mines. I'm too tall.
If we had to like work in the factories, I couldn't do that.
You would be employed in the same role that they used to employ kids in, Jacob, in like the 80s.
Your job would be to hold a candle, and if the candle goes out, you ring a bell and then die.
I rate that.
Yeah. What does it pay an hour?
Probably like 40p.
In your existence.
Oh. I mean, I used to do that when I was at the pub, but you know. Technically worked the whole hour for zero pay.
I do a history course and I love learning about like the old pay. Like, oh yeah, back in 1542, the yearly annual pay for a worker was less than £1.
Yeah, we'll get this. I worked 3 hours for free once. 3 whole hours for free because.
Right. Yes, I.
Right. So we were talking about. Yes, we were talking about. People people very much. Craig died again.
Craig is officially dead.
Him.
I'm dead.
We have this guy named Power, who's.
Let's see. This might not even work. So let's see. So yeah, we're talking about masks, right? The thing is people will be like, even when it got put in place, like the British people were like, "Oh yeah, I'm not wearing it." I'm like, "Great, you're meant to."
They always have to go against what's being said. If someone said you could have 100 people to meet up, someone would have to have 101 people in a meetup just to fucking break it. People, my favourite type of person.
Gathering of 101 Peters.
Like the thing is people blame the government, which I mean, fair point. They have done a shit job, but when they said you've got to wear the mask, there's so many people that go, "Oh, it's their fault," but I'm not going to wear a mask.
Yeah.
And this is why we need to bring back the death sentence.
For fuck's sake, Finley, not again.
I solely agree.
Just execute them. It's natural selection, really. Just execute the people that don't wear the mask.
Execute the people that don't comply.
Put them all on an island, drop a nuke.
Oh, we use Australia for what it was meant to be used for.
Prison.
Yo, nah.
Oh man. I really hope Craig doesn't leave again because this new one works because do you know the other week where he left like 10 times?
Yeah.
It took me so long to edit that because I had like God knows how many different clips because it failed like 6 times. So I had to get all them, load it in, cut them all down. There's like certain chunks just missing where it's like a minute before he disconnects, it just didn't record.
Bro, just edit forehead.
I love it.
Oh, Jacob. Oh, wait, never mind. They're there.
Wait, what's gone wrong?
I couldn't see the notes because I clicked the text channel thing that closed them all. So I could
we don't need notes this episode.
No, I will bring in one note. What are your thoughts on the existence of horse lamp?
What?
Yeah,
Joe, if you go in like the text channels, there's one called notes. If you scroll up a bit, you'll see horse lamp. What are your thoughts on its existence?
It's just just imagine a black horse with a lampshade on top of it.
Alright, so just so you know,
It's
this
not a
is
real horse. It's
a
not a real
one-to-one
horse,
scale replica of a horse with a lamp on its head, and I believe it's about $5,000.
That's a fair price.
But it's just horse lamp.
It's had excessive.
Well, no, do you want to know something even better than that? There's a statue in Budapest of a man riding a horse, right? This horse, from people who think it's good luck to like rub its bollocks, this horse has got shiny bollocks.
There's a similar thing
Just somewhere
to that
people
in
rubbed it.
Rome somewhere, where they rub the crotch of some grave that has a
Yeah, there's
like
one where
statue.
someone's like rubbed like one nipple of a statue.
Yeah, it's like the breast of one of them.
Yeah.
It's just in people who don't speak British are slightly weird.
Bro, people who
to
speak
if
British are
one
weird as
person
well.
does it, it's like everyone
Oh, yeah.
is like, oh, well, everyone else does it. I better have a go.
Oh, well,
There's a statue somewhere of I think it's one of Rome's emperor's horses, because he was like, I'm going to kill you all till the blood of this city is to the horse's knees. And the horse lied down and was like, well, guess I don't have to kill any of you. So they built a statue to commemorate his horse.
Bruh.
I
imagine if that
Rome.
horse just went, oh, sod it, I ain't gonna lie down.
Yeah, if that horse didn't lie down, there would have been a city wiped off the map. Genuinely, I love Rome. Rome is my favorite empire through history. It's so scuffed. It's so incredibly dumb, like what they get up to.
Yep.
One of the emperors died because he got too angry.
I'm sorry, what?
That sounds like a you problem.
It does sound like
he was
something
trying to make like a peace treaty with Germany, I think, or the proto-Germany, like the people that lived there. And I don't know the exact historical accuracy of this, but they turned around and said, no, we're right, you're wrong. And he got so angry that he had a brain hemorrhage and died.
Damn.
I know for a fact a similar thing happened on the Baltic Fleet, Russia's disaster.
Oh, man.
The engineer of that fleet got partially paralyzed because he got so angry.
That's Black Templar levels of anger.
Yeah, this man is so angry that his own head explodes.
And on the seventh day, the Lord rejoined the call and sat down.
And went, what the fuck did just happen here?
I've just seen some little news article thing. It says, my partner identifies as a dog.
You all need better news articles.
The Lord, my partner identifies. What is the connection?
Because we need God to come back and save us.
No, mate.
No.
We stole the rainbow from God. Feel threatened. Still my favourite quote.
Oh, you're also Ben.
Exactly.
Point
That's why we stole it.
Take that, libtard.
Libtard destroyed. Now I'm going to go on a tangent that Jacob can't involve himself in. Because
I can. I'll find a way.
Oh, actually, you kind of can because you don't like the game.
Sorry, I was just trying to figure out what my Christian rapper name would be.
Oh, Sean Pablo the 7th.
No, it's Young Apostle.
Yeah, Young Apostle.
According to his little thing. No, Young.
Apostle.
Basically, just check what's been sent into the Instagram chat. You'll figure it out.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I can't be bothered. All right, rant time. So, me, Joe, and Joe, and a bit Jacob, play this game. This said game is called War Thunder.
Shit.
Joe hates the game. Other Joe likes the game.
Wait, which Joe are you referring to as which?
Oh, Uncle Papa Bean hates the game.
Correct.
You like the game.
Kind of.
I like the game, kind of. But we all agree
It's
the
annoying as fuck.
balancing and the economy of said game is the worst thing on the planet. I have seen what can I say? I have seen cataclysmic events that have less effect on the economy. That was terrible.
Jesus.
What is going on? I thought we were talking about War Thunder.
Yeah, we
talking
are.
about the economy.
War Thunder has an economy, and it's really scuffed. So there is a collector's market on said game of event vehicles, and I am actually just going to quickly go on to the market of said game because there is no other way of putting this. There is a reason that monopoly laws exist. Monopoly laws do not exist on War Thunder's market, so inflation on certain items gets a bit ridiculous.
And
Yeah.
when you
To
say
such an extent that a old collector's vehicle on said game is worth more than a physical car.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not making this up. So the best
I'm
part is
sorry.
the old collector's vehicles, like the old collector jets, they're terrible. One is a
Because they-
162 with worse guns. The 162 is already trash, and they put the really low velocity MK108s on it, which is, for viewers that don't know plane stuff, big gun. Big gun go boom boom.
but it also shoot very slowly, and the
No, they
bullets go
shoot
very
fast,
fast.
but the bullets literally you could probably throw a bullet further. It's
And then
like a
there's-
100-foot range. It's terrible, and it's on a plane that can barely fly, basically.
The salamander, the wooden,
The Volksjager.
the wooden Wonder Waffle.
Yeah, so if I
Plane that's held
go...
together by glue that was made in prisoner of war camps where people were deliberately trying to sabotage it.
Yeah, so the Ki-94 is a event vehicle that's actually not that old. I remember when this came out. It's a Japanese super prop, so big engine, it go fast, it'd be like pew pew.
Yeah.
1,000 Gaijin coin, which I think roughly is about £1,300. Yeah, so the marketplace, most of the time people are like, don't touch it, it's an absolute disaster.
It's a shit show.
Yeah, now we go on to the power creep of said game. And I need to keep this in mind. I genuinely used to adore this game. I have almost 3,000 hours in this game.
And that's only on this account because you have
that's
another.
on both of them combined, yeah.
I have about 500 hours in this game.
So in the last patch, it's really cool. They had the new graphics engine. You're on Daygore 6. The clouds look incredible.
They do look incredible.
Genuinely, the game looks great.
The explosions now are just...
And then they add a vehicle for Britain.
The Harrier.
The caption for said vehicle, I'm stealing from a YouTuber I like, which is, so, you don't like tea? This is a jet with, 8,000...
9,000.
9,240 kilograms of thrust.
And it's not afterburning.
I'm now going to look at the Lightning F6. The Lightning F6 is an interceptor that was designed specifically to get to high altitude very quickly. Its engines are afterburning. They have 6,900. Granted, it has 2, so overall more, on a bigger plane, though. And if it's non-afterburning, it's almost the same. It's like a couple 100 kilograms of thrust difference. And I was going to make the point the Lightning's a higher BR. No, the Lightning's not a higher BR because the Lightning is also a problem vehicle. But if we go to a higher BR vehicle, the Hunter F6. The Hunter F6, non-afterburning. Max thrust, 3,000.
I'm sorry, but
So you have a jet at a lower BR with better weaponry that has almost 3 times the power.
and can also do direction thrust vectoring, which means that you can turn within basically
You can
the
turn.
tur-
You
the
can
turning
outturn helicopters, basically, and your missiles can lock onto vehicles frontally, effectively.
and
And
can
for all our viewers at home that don't understand any of this, gamepad.
So the missile knows where you are by knowing where you aren't. By deducting where you are from where you aren't, the missile can find a deviation. I'm not doing the full read because I don't know it all, but basically the missile can shoot at you from the front where normally they can't because they go after heat, and heat comes from engine at back.
Wait, guys, can you hear that?
What?
That's just all the listeners leaving.
I don't care. I'm having my rant. This is what I'm paid for, except I'm not
You're not
paid.
paid. I'll never
we
pay
don't-
you.
Okay.
Payment?
Now we move on to another vehicle.
No.
Let's go.
Shut up.
No, you're banned. You're banned. No
Shut
more.
No,
up.
we need to talk about your favourite
Shut
game
up.
now. Tanks.
Shut up.
I'll run through
Going about
quickly. Tanks are really expensive, and
No.
I have 3,000 hours, and I'm barely
No.
on rank 3.
No.
If War
There
Thunder
we
reach
go.
out and say, "Can we pay you to talk about it?" then yes. But at the moment, they don't. You've given them
Yeah,
exposure.
but I can't. They won't pay me if I'm having a 4-hour rant. Boats are sad. There are people that have done better. That's my rant over. Shout out Simple Flips. Thank you.
No, you can't just shout people out.
Bro, you don't even know who Simple Flips is.
Oh, he's probably your online crush or something. I don't know.
No, Simple Flips modded fucking Mario 64.
Oh, man, you give him more exposure. You have to hit him up and just be like, "You've got to pay me or else."
Okay, what's our actual next argument? No, Joe, we're not having an argument about which is better, pee or poo.
Oh, fuck's
I've got
sake,
more questions. Why are they Lego? Why is it American Civil War?
Can we have a rant about the American Civil War?
Well, we could discuss how much we hate our coursework.
Exactly. So a rant about the Civil War. There we go.
When Finley just every lesson was like, "Miss, can I just not do it?
Yeah,
Can I do this instead?"
So my knowledge of the Civil War, there's a guy called Stonewall Jackson. He's an alright lad because he's a fucking lunatic and steals a fucking train.
Gets his men to drag it across to another set of tracks.
Yeah, my man just straight up picks up a train.
I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, train spotters be like, "Oh, there they go."
They're not on the tracks.
That's like you when you go to watch planes. It's just, oh, there's a plane's taken off.
Oop, there they go. So yeah, other than that, Stonewall Jackson gets shot by his own guys because they think he's lying about being Stonewall Jackson. And to sum it up, it's basically a group of people walking at another group of people and dying.
With trenches involved sometimes.
And then they do it the other way round. During this time period, there are 3 generals who are vaguely competent. One, W.T. Sherman, the guy that the Sherman tank is named after. A General Lee, who is a Confederate, and it's all the controversy about the statues, but I'm not getting into that because I'm not qualified to. But there is also a tank named after him. He's a good general, but he's basically fighting on the wrong side because he doesn't have... The Confederacy lacks population. The Union does not. The Union can throw people at it. The Confederacy can't. But Lee's tactics basically involve throwing people at it. And then there's obviously good old Stonewall Jackson, who again, mad lad, steals trains.
It's Grant, but he's...
Grant's an alcoholic that I don't like because he's useless and only wins because he has more people. Yeah, I agree. It is very poggant.
Fuck's sake.
No, what I love about the Civil War was when we were put into pairs and we were at a little presentation
we do a presentation,
on the war, and Joe does his whole battle thing, and Joe, because his partner wasn't there's no one to hold him back. Joe just does a full half an hour rant about the strategy and the fishhook formation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's mine where I did Sherman's March to the Sea, which is why I know so much about the guy.
And
Where
you just
I
stuck Sherman
put
on the
a little
Sherman
picture
tank.
of Sherman on the Sherman tank, a vehicle that didn't exist for at least another 70 years.
I animated a whole boxing match between the Confederates and the Union.
Yeah. And good old Bean weren't there because Bean didn't do history. But
Yeah,
we've gone on a
when
rant from a rant.
when we did that one presentation, the four of us, and we kept on putting historical figures in it, just like in the bottom, just dancing.
Was this a Russia economy one? We had a Russia economy presentation where we put the Russia's leaders on like Shutterstock people, and we put like Lenin on a woman holding money.
That was one of my favorite pieces of art. And then, Luke, because I found a picture of our teacher, and I snuck that on at the bottom of it.
On the guitar. Although we did that in computing. Joe, do you remember when we had you edited like Bill Gates jumping over the chair into an
I do remember that.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about the really small teacher where we just kept on putting
in
the guy
when
from
we
The
put him in the
Incredibles
corner.
just to annoy him.
We put him in the fucking corner of the presentation.
And
people in the class noticed, and he was just sort of there.
God, teachers must
when
have hated us.
When he walked past us, and he just screamed the words "pictures of Shrek," because someone had a picture of Shrek up on the screen.
I mean, computing was a disaster because the thing we were meant to be doing got cancelled, but we still had to do it. So people just started playing Minecraft.
Or when there was that really annoying person, and we thought, "Hey, it'd be a wonderful idea if we plug an extra mouse into their computer and just start
plug an extra
this.
keyboard in and start messing with their password while they're trying to log on."
To the point where they go over to the
technicians and
the
computer's
it's not working. They're shouting at them, and they're like, "Can you go choose another computer?" And she's like, "No, I will not do that."
Bro, we were terrible people.
We are.
I was not involved in this. I was on the other side of the room.
Joe was involved because he knows us, so it's his fault as well.
It's guilt by association.
Yeah, Joe, you got to sign the war guilt clause. It's your fault.
No.
Oh, fun fact. On my history course, every option I get, I do World War One. Can you guess what my next piece of writing is going to be on?
World War One?
Was World War One caused by Germany? And I'm sitting there like, oh yes, a great question, because I've already argued this once. I can just do it again.
I mean, it wasn't really.
Yeah, exactly, it wasn't. And I can bring in the German Navy, so I can bring in the Seydlitz, von der Tann, Blücher.
You can also bring in the fact that the Germans are the reasons why the Americans got involved. Because the Mexicans. That was so good. No, the Germans sent a telegraph to the Mexicans saying, "Hey, do you want to invade America for us? We'll send you some stuff." And then the British,
the Mexicans just sent it to the Americans.
No, it was the British intercepted it and sent it to the Americans.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't remember. World War One, history is fun, but the causes of World War One, after watching a few videos on it, I can safely say there is two words that sum it up perfectly: clusterfuck.
That's one word.
Yeah. Well, I would have said wrong turn, because if the driver didn't make the wrong turn, he wouldn't have gone past the sandwich shop that the guy was at to then shoot.
You know the best part about that? Franz Ferdinand is the one person that they shouldn't have shot because he actually cared about the country's goals as a whole more than his own personal beliefs. So if they didn't shoot Franz Ferdinand, Serbia might have actually got independence.
What am I going to call this episode?
Chaos.
Yes, I.
Chaos with
I'm gonna-
Bean.
I'm going to have Mr. Bean actually in it.
Oh.
And just like some
Can we
explosions
discuss
going on.
Mr. Bean being an alien?
He is an alien. It's confirmed. He is an alien.
Oh, what?
Like Rowan Atkinson actually confirmed he was going to be an alien.
Now we've brought aliens into it, I need to say that Mork and Mindy, Robin Williams. No, yeah. That is the right one, yeah.
Yeah.
Robin Williams would just swear in other languages for his alien speak. So that the like editors couldn't understand why people were getting really angry. And that ended up having to like cut loads of footage because he was just like saying puta and like korva like in his fucking alien speak. And he went out of his way to learn new languages just to do it.
Yeah.
So you've got that book on how to swear in like every language.
Oh yeah, we take it up to one of our teachers who was from Turkey and was like,
No,
Miss,
because we
what does
asked-
bok mean?
no, because we got like Chloe to ask her, and she's like, Chloe, how do you know this?
I'm just standing there laughing with the book. Oh, speaking of books, I now own Sir John Fisher's Naval Revolution by Nicholas A. Lambert and Last Stand of the Tin Can Sailors by James D. Hornfisher. One of which is for my history course. The other one is because I want it. I'm still waiting on the one that I need for next week. It was supposed to be here today. Watch it be out of stock.
My face one.
Also, Jacob, you're wrong.
No, we need notes more often because this is just.
This is the chaos episode.
We've
I
had a
wanna
chaos
just see-
episode
I
Joe,
can
before.
talk about something.
Who, me or
No,
Bean?
other one. Bean.
Joe, just
Okay,
eat an
Bean.
onion. One of you eat an onion.
Joe, eat an onion.
I don't have an
No.
onion to hand.
Eat your neighbour.
Yes, I.
I love how Joe's neighbour is literally called an onion.
You know we're going to have to cut that because it's a person's name.
Yeah, can you
No,
not?
because nobody can
And
find
then
it.
Joe, talk about your course. Anything that you genuinely despise on it, and don't say people.
number one, people. Number two, games. Number three, computers.
Number
Number
four,
four.
the course.
Yeah. No, it's all right.
You do hate Maya, though, don't you?
Love and hate. Very, very love-hate relationship with that one. I like it because Maya is a industry standard 3D modeling software. Very good until it's not very good. The amount of times that I've wanted to accidentally skydive a Mac off my desk or potentially drop kick one is quite steep, but yeah. Other than that, pretty good.
Pretty pog.
Pretty pog, really. To be fair, I am on a games course, so therefore, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Gaming moment.
This is a gaming moment.
Don't do it.
I just see this thing that says, "You've heard of Elf on a Shelf, but have you ever tried drugs?"
Yeah, I've had hard drugs. Oh, what about the...
Can't say that I have.
Actually,
Oh,
no,
I
I'm
don't
not going to bring
drink.
that in. I'm going to die.
I don't drink, just drugs for me, please.
Drugs are a good alternative to drugs.
That was a nice one.
Alcohol is a good alternative to drugs. Unfortunately, I left all my alcohol back at university.
Don't worry, I have some drugs you can borrow. And again,
I don't think I can borrow drugs.
in a game.
I think once you've used them, you can't exactly give them back, unless you want the used needle or packet or whatever you've got them to come in.
Just here's this half-smoked blunt. We have to, full disclosure, we do not do the drug. We do not
partake
in the drug. We do not encourage to do the drug.
Or encourage it.
Although,
if you're paying.
However,
I see what you're saying, but have you considered?
Oh, not that bollocks. Fucking
My man straight turning into a convertible.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, this has been a mess. Why do we do this?
yeah.
Because you weren't going to come on at first.
Yes, because
So we invited Bean.
You took so long to actually start recording. I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, that's because I had to go for steak.
Don't you posh man have a steak?
Steak is nice.
Homemade steak. Never. I had a bit of pasta.
Okay, see.
See, the thing is, right,
how long have we been going?
I'm going to stand by this. A while. If McDonald's started doing gravy like KFC, KFC would be out of business.
No, because KFC tastes
No,
better.
because McDonald's makes better chicken than KFC.
No. For a McDonald's... Hang on. Joe, do you have that clip that freaking thingy put in the chat that made someone leave?
What?
We sent it to, like, Tom's mom of the chickens.
That wasn't me. I didn't put that.
I know you didn't put it, but you
that was Tom's mum who told Tom to post it.
I'm going to see if I can find it. If not, I'll just say what happens.
What is it, a video of a chicken being decapitated or something?
Okay, I'll just explain it. So basically, it's a conveyor belt with like baby chickens on going into a blender. That's how McDonald's chicken nuggets are made.
Oh, lovely.
Yummy.
Yeah.
No, but their chicken selects are really nice. I'm just going to say it. The chicken nuggets, maybe not, but the chicken selects are good. And if they had gravy, never need to go KFC again.
But Joe,
did you
see my burger last time, Joe? Do you remember that burger I got when I went out with you? And it was the saddest thing on the planet.
You two went out?
Oh.
I'm going to drop kick you. I ordered a chicken burger, and it was a piece of bread, a piece of chicken, a piece of bread. It was very depressing looking.
What was that at McDonald's or KFC?
At McDonald's.
Yeah, well at KFC, remember when we ordered and because Sam was allergic to something on it,
no, that's because Sam
and then they put more of it on.
No, Sam, being the special person he was, ordered the wrong thing.
Yeah, but then he said, "Can you not put this on?" And they put more of it on.
No, he asked for no mayo, and they didn't put mayo on. They just put cheese and like a potato on it because that's what it came with, and he didn't ask for none of that.
Oh.
No shit.
Let's not get bogged down with who tried to kill who.
Because
all that really matters is that on the hypothetical level, I was going to make a history joke, but I've been doing fucking like Nazism this week, so I'm probably not going to do that joke because that will get us cancelled.
Funny.
I think it's time to announce that this is it. We have finished this podcast now.
Yeah, we're cancelled.
We're never making another episode because this has just been a disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, we need notes.
Yeah, we need better notes. But hopefully things will be better next week because we've got next week's episode. Then...
How about I become the host?
No, I'm too important.
I end the podcast now. Thank you very much. Right, first question.
Go ahead.
Okay, right. Joe.
Yeah.
No last name's Dingus.
Well, last name
Right.
is
We're
Bean.
going to have to cut that.
Oh,
Bean, think before you speak, for fuck's sake.
So this is why we can't have you. This is why you can't be there. You've
Right,
messed up
first
this
question. Dingleberry, would you please like to answer this intriguing question? Would you fight a spider-sized horse, but there's like 100 of them, or a horse-sized spider?
Spider-sized horse. I hate spiders.
So it depends what spider. If it's a jumping spider, I'm gonna give that boy a hug. He needs a head pat.
Right, for you, Finley.
Yeah.
If you could only listen to one band for the rest of your life, but you are in fact stuck in the desert and on your final week, what would it be?
Probably MCR because I'm an edgy white girl.
No.
Me?
I still like them.
Jacob,
Yes.
if you had to choose between two options, would it be getting leg extensions or neck extensions?
I'll probably get a neck extension just to be like a giraffe.
That's a good answer.
And
No,
just
I'm
be
not
able to
even
like
looking at giraffe.
peer over like aisles, but it's just my really massive neck allowing me to do that.
And now for our
Joe,
Enough.
your
Pick
final
of the week.
question.
Fuck off.
Would you fuck a ghost?
I've already been asked this. This was one of the ones that one of my colleagues asked me at
Yeah,
Towers.
that we stole for the podcast.
Amazing.
Okay,
But, he hasn't answered it. What's the answer?
he's already answered it.
Nah, because there was two. You're missing like half the question. You fucked it up here, pal. It was
Right,
basically, would you fucking ghost or? Oh, what? No, it wasn't even that, was it? No, that's completely wrong. Hang on. Right, the main question was, would you rather have the entire rest of your life being having a ghost living with you that was passive aggressive, so like would just move shit just to be a dickhead, or like leave you angry post-it notes, or would you like to be in a haunted house for 3 days straight where you can't escape and it's like nightmare fuel? Happy days.
Probably the passive aggressive one, just because it's like nice to have someone to talk to.
Number one, so I can tell that boy to do one. His life will be trying to irritate me, and I'll just be telling him to shut up.
Do you reckon you could slap a ghost?
Yeah.
Finley would find a way.
But I'd kill my hand so I could backhand him.
Interesting decision.
Just cut it off and you get a ghost hand. So I can fucking pimp slap him.
Oh god.
Fun fact, did you know?
Yeah, I did.
Good. On to the debating topic of this week. Can jellyfish be classed as a fish?
No, they don't have a nervous system or a way of
Are
swimming.
they
They
classed
just
as
float
jelly
about.
though?
But they're like, I don't know what they're classed as, but they're not fish because they can't swim.
No, here's
Or
why they're
breathe.
not here's why they're not classed as fish. Right? In Finding Nemo, all the fish can like talk and they've got eyes and they swim around. The jellyfish don't.
Exactly. That and they can't swim.
Therefore, they are not allowed.
For a jellyfish's like existence is they're the plastic bag of the ocean. They don't do anything. They just kind of exist. They are the tumbleweed of the sea.
That is the best analogy I've heard for one of them. Thank you very much.
No problem. I'm here all week.
Do you
For at
want to
least another
begin
month.
wrapping up? Or
Yeah, I probably should.
watching
This
the
has been a
Ramble
mess.
Boat.
I'm a better host than all of you. I own the podcast now. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're
See you
replacing
next week.
the show.
No, before we go, we need to quickly run over some things, right? We've got next week's episode, and then there should be an episode coming out on Christmas, and then we're taking 2 weeks off.
Okay.
Smelly episodes. You get me?
Yeah, that's all we have, isn't it?
Yes,
check out
I.
the YouTube.
We need
Follow the
to
Twitter.
follow our Twitter at road_ramble.
Go
Go
read our
look at.
book.
We don't have a book.
50 Shades of Grey.
Finley, stop promoting shit that we don't get paid for. And
Maybe
Okay.
Finn's getting paid for it. We're just not. He's just got secret branding.
Yeah, I am.
fuck's sake, Finn.
Uh,
Anyway,
go-
YouTube Ramble Road podcast.
Yeah. Send
Yeah.
us pictures of sweet little Bingus.
Go and follow a better podcast.
Yeah, go follow a podcast that isn't us. We suck.
No, what? We're amazing.
We're inconsistent as fuck.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm dying.
That's because you kept promoting the other
And on that
podcasts, Finley.
bombshell,
You
thanks for
traitor.
watching.
Yeah,
I did that.
thanks for listening. You can't exactly watch a podcast.
Bro, you can watch a still image while we talk.
Are you
That's
still
not watching
here?
a podcast.
It's over.
Yeah, go, leave. Please,
Power.
beg. Just
The
go.
person that we got to replace dead Craig, please just we can't look
Yeah.
at you without thinking of Craig.
Rabbi Papa.
Everything I see reminds me of him.
Right, let's end this. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.